Hey Daydreamers, it's me, Simply Madora, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving back into Opposites Attract and we're covering chapters 15 through 20. As always, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. This is a recap / review, so yes, there will be spoilers, and don't say I didn't tell you. Now that that's that and out the way, let's get into it. So the chapter starts with our boy waking up after last night with Dojae, and he is beyond happy. He sees that Dojae left him because he had to go to class, but he wrote him a little note, made him a little sandwich, and he is eating it up. It is just a sandwich, sir. Relax. We see that Dojae's in class, and we also see the guy from the last episode that we talked about, him right here. He's back for some reason. Apparently his friends are wanting Dojae to come to like a group blind date, but they're scared to ask, so they sent him because he went to school with him. And of course he hit him with the "do you know me like that?" And he knew he shouldn't have brought his tail over there. He leaves him with a "don't act like we friends, it's pathetic." And now I know that this dude gonna do everything in his power to get back at Dojae, because like, look at that face. That's the face of a villain being born. We jump to our boy who's in the shower. He's still at Dojae's place, slapping himself. The reason he's doing it is because last chapter I did not mention that our boy decided to have a little fun in Dojae's bed by himself while thinking of Dojae. Crazy. And the slap was his punishment to himself for doing so. And once he's done, he roll up the covers like that's gonna do something, eat his little sandwich, and he decides to write him a little note back and head out. Then later Dojae comes home, he sees the note and the blanket rolled up, and look at that smile, guys. Listen, gets me every time, and this is why I flip-flop so much. He started thinking about how the night before was not as bad as he thought.
What do you mean by that?
Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but somehow I'm slightly offended. And then he says, no, to be honest. To be honest what? Tell me. But of course they don't. Then we see our boy, he got home, and his friend lying on the couch being direct as always, asking if he slept with Dojae. That ain't none of your business. He then says that this was Euntak plan all along, and that he talked about him but did the same thing. What are you on about? This is why I don't like his friend. In the very beginning, you encouraged him to talk to Dojae and went as far as taking his phone, mind you, to text him and say that he was down for the one-night stand. Then he told him that a one-night stand could lead to another and the blah blah blah. But now he's saying that this is what he planned, and he had a one-night stand just like him and all this other nonsense. You encouraged this, so now don't act brand new like you didn't start the fire. And he is big mad about it too. However, we see why he is so upset, because he catches Dojae with a girl in a classroom making out. Be that as it may, this is a stupid way to go about it. Why not just tell your friend, like, hey, I saw your boy in the class with someone else. Like, you're not the only one. But no, you try and make your friend feel bad about doing something you suggested, instead of being a good friend and telling him what you saw. Like, be so for real. Anywho, his friend is struggling, so he decides to talk to Dojae in private. Ooh, here we go. Drama. Okay, he hit him with a cut it out, and he acting like he don't know what he talking about. Oh, you know what he talking about. Don't play dumb. Then he come back with a "stop playing in my friend's face." That's right. And he hit him with a "I'm not." Lies, the lies we tell. He call him out for the lie. That's right. Good job. And says, you're seeing Randall's on the side. He come back with a "that's my business, and you can't talk about me because you do the same thing."
Damn.
He got you there. Then he come back with a "but I'm better than you though, because they know up front and I don't give them false hope." Good point. I like that. They already understand the relationship. Good. But he looked unamused with that response, and I fear that we are losing this fight. And I think that Hyobin knows that too, because then he comes up with I will end you. He didn't really say end, but he said I will end you. And I'm just thinking, well, that's not good. I think our boy's getting a little flustered here. Like, come on, you got this. Dojae came back again asking if he had a thing for Euntak, which I feel like is reasonable. But at this point, I think we lost the argument. And with that, his friend walks away, and I'm left feeling like we tried. And now it's time to tell our boy what's going on. Since you couldn't get through to Dojae, I think it's time for us to tell Euntak what's going on. And what do we have here? Is this him taking accountability for his part? Granted, he talking to himself in his head, but I'll take it for now. And I still don't like him, but now I don't like him a little less. Ooh, child, after that chapter, it slows down a bit. And we have our boy catching up on some assignments. For those who don't know, he's an art major. And while catching up on his assignments, he's a little lonely. So he asked his friend Hyobin to come and hang out with him. And he agreed, and he said they're gonna eat some fried chicken. But plot twist, guess who calls right after he texts him? That's right, Dojae. And asks if he can come to the studio to see him. And of course he said yes. And after the last chapter, we should have known that this one was gonna be a hot mess. Now we have this very awkward moment, and Hyobin is like, why didn't you tell me he was gonna be here? And Dojae is like, same. And our boy is looking lost and worried. But his friend reassures him that everything is okay. But once again, what is this face? Someone is bothered. Then his friend strokes our boy's head. Tell Dojae to stop asking him questions, because he was asking him a lot of questions about him being an art major and everything. He was uncomfortable, and his friend knew because he'd been friends with him for so long, but Dojae didn't. And then he feeds him some chicken. It's giving relationship. I know they're friends, but this vibe is really weird. All the while, Dojae was sitting there. I feel on some level his friend was doing this on purpose to kind of get at Dojae. So then Dojae asks, how long have they been friends? They say since middle school, and they're also roommates, which we already knew that. And he's like, oh, y'all must be real close. And his friend was very proud of himself to say, I even know you two slept together. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, somebody please explain to me, what are we doing? I guess that was his go ahead to go ahead and start spilling all the tea, because he proceeds to say that he slept with him once. I'm saying it nicer than he did, as you can see right here. And our boy is losing it, okay? And I don't blame him, because I lost it when I read this. Like, what is the reason? Why? Why are you doing this? Because you don't like him, but I don't even know. I got nothing, y'all. I got nothing. At this point, Euntak and me have had enough. And when Dojae leaves, he asks Hyobin, like, what is your deal? What's the problem? Please enlighten us all what your problem is. He says that Dojae is full of himself. We knew that. And he wanted to make him feel as well. Feel what? Like, this dude is a statue. He don't feel nothing. Then we get a small glimpse of Dojae looking, say it with me again, bothered. He is a man of few words, but I can tell by his face that he is not happy. And of course, the one-word response of what just happened helped confirm that. Are we getting some growth or just some jealousy? We'll see. We jump now to them finally being done with their assignments and they having a little freedom. And this is where I kind of start to notice that our boy is worried about others seeing him, I guess, with another guy. This is the second time he acted this way, and I feel like this will come up later. They go to get something to eat and decide where their last date would be, and while deciding, Dojae called Euntak adorable, which I thought was adorable, and here it is again. Him worried about people overhearing. It's safe to say that he is not out about his preference. They decide to go to Dojae's family vacation home by the beach, and then we jump to our boy at home, all excited, already packing, even though it's like a week before the trip. And here comes my favorite person, and I say that with all sarcasm, telling him that people don't do these kind of things unless they're in a relationship, and why do they need to go that far, and yada yada and whoop de whoop. And our boy is in his own world like, right? So this is a good sign, and maybe he can go out with me, and I have a good feeling about this, but I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like it's gonna go all the way left. His friend then thinks, the problem is you're not the only one he's seeing. Say it out loud, bruh. Say it out loud for the people in the back and your friend. Stop thinking this stuff in your head and just say it. But of course, he don't. And with the beach trip on the horizon and the truth still buried under layers of confusion, this is where we leave off for now. Whew, man, my final thoughts. They are driving me crazy. That's number one. Number two, I still don't know how I feel about Dojae. He's giving soft moments with a side of toxic. And I'm tired, but I'm also too invested in whether we will get a turning point in the next few chapters, because he seemed a little jelly in those last few chapters. Our boy is clearly down bad. I mean, like, real down. And I'm rooting for him, but even if I wasn't, I don't think he would care. He too gone. And don't get me started on his friend. That man needs to pick a lane and stay in it. You gonna encourage, sabotage, flirt, fight, like you doing everything but being a good friend. Now that the trip is planned and the truth still ain't out, I'm nervous for what is to come. I already know the next chapter is gonna be spicy, messy, and probably make me want to flip a table. But I'm here for it, so get y'all popcorn ready. So, okay, Daydreamers. Oh my goodness. What do y'all think? Was the friend way out of line or just protecting his boy? Do you trust Dojae yet? Or are we still giving him the side eye? And do you think our boy Heart can survive this trip? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments. And don't forget to like this video if you're living for this BL drama. And subscribe if you're not already a Daydreamer so you don't miss what happens next. So, as always, stay cute, chaotic, and keep daydreaming. Bye!